Hello everyone, this is Darryl20, and welcome to episode 2 of Darryl20's Let's Play of ATM9 to the Sky, where it rained, which is cool, because it means it filled up those barrels that I placed down a little bit ago. And in between episodes now, I've just been like, I've been punching dirt, and among other things, all kinds of cool stuff. So let's do this action. Oh, hello. You operate differently than I'm used to. Ah. Neat. Okay, we got clay. Sweet. Is this recipe in? It's not. Boo. Boo for that recipe not being in. That is the recipe. That should always exist. There's so many, like, little nuanced, like, nice to have recipes. When they're not in the pack, it always just like, ah! Because also I forget, like, is that a vanilla recipe where I can just turn clay into clay balls? Apparently not. That's okay though. So now, so I've made a bunch of gravel. I made a bunch of resources from said gravel. And now I'm done punching dirt because I have 3 iron ingots, which is very nice. Now, I could also use this iron for something else, I'm sure, and possibly use the ceramic buckets, of which I may be able to bucket. Is it not called ceramic? Unfired porcelain bucket. That said, I am working towards making, obviously, a cobblegen. And the recipe for the cobblegen, at least in the past, has always been a lava bucket and a water bucket, not any kind of water container and any kind of lava container. So we need to make 2 iron buckets anyway, if I want to get the automated cobblegen. Therefore, that's what I'm going to do. That said, I have a couple quests to hand in since we're here. Cool. Looking good. I do want to make this dank dude because that's cool. So a barrel and some coal. Do I have enough coal yet? I actually do. So a barrel and some coal. Sweet. Okay. Pick up all. Filtered pickup. Void pickup. None. Press to unlock frequency. Press to lock frequency. I don't know what that does. Compresses reversible 3x3 and 2x. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's something that needs to stay on. Oh. So can I, like, do this and put these guys in here? So that's kind of cool, right? So now what? Like, when I'm punching dirt, you'll do that? And, like, pick up all? Filtered pickup? I assume filtered pickup. I don't know what this lock frequency thing does. I don't know what the compresses does. Okay then. Sweet. Well, I've got the dank. I will probably wind up putting better things in there. Cool. Current use type bag. Yeah, stack limit 256. Okay, not terrible. I'll probably wind up putting better things in there after I get past the stage of punching dirt, right? Because I won't be punching dirt forever. In fact, I won't be punching it for very long. So that's cool. So let me get my bucket, right? So that's my first step for today. Bucket is a go. Sweet. And then somewhere on this platform, probably off... I think we've gotten to the point where I probably want to have an axe. And I've been getting dripstone, which is a sieve recipe, and I'm like debating if I want to use that for lava. I'm thinking no. Last time I tried to set up an automated lava thing with dripstone, I was severely underwhelmed at the speed at which it produced lava. So my initial thoughts are nope, but we'll find out. Okay, so I'm just going to clear out this platform here. And then what I can do is give myself a lovely little place to create a 2x2 water source, right? Cool. So I can do that, and I can do that, and now we're cool, right? Now, do crucibles do anything besides get me that initial water? I remember usually they don't do a whole lot. I think they just get me water. And now that we have an infinite water source, we never need these crucibles again. Accurate? I think so. Find out if I'm wrong, right? Somebody will yell at me. So yeah, made a furnace, made some charcoal, made some tiny charcoal, all kinds of good stuff, and then a bunch of resources. Even got a couple diamonds. How cool is that? Man, look at that. That's a lot of stats. S gear, cool mod, silence gears, right? I've never been good at it because there's just so much to it. I really should consider spending more time playing with it, and maybe we'll do that this series. I don't know. We'll find out. So now, next step, we should get Crucible, right? So I want you and you, and then you guys, and that's an unfired Crucible. Am I correct about that? That's our next main task, and then we just want to smelt it. So that'll be you smelting up the Crucible, and that should get me infinite lava. Add cobblestone to a crucible, heat source underneath, and you get free lava. Connected to a hopper. Connect a hopper to the crucible to pump in cobble automatically. This can get up to 4 blocks of lava in 1 crucible. And then we can check out heat sources. So torches are usually kind of initial. So blaze mesh, uranium, mechanism, superheating element, dark matter. These are all things that get you lava a lot faster. Yeah. I think you can look them up though. So once I have this done, I can do check, check, and check. Sweet. Okay. So I'm going to need another bucket, but that's okay. We'll figure that out in a minute. For now, let's look at crucible heat sources. That's what I'm looking for. So superheating element, I assume probably not something I can get just yet. Probably not. I assume that's probably not even close to being possible. Soul fire, okay. Soul torch, uranium blocks is a 20x. Blaze mesh is an 8x. So that's just 8 blaze rods. Can I get blaze rods in like a clever or cool way? Doesn't immediately jump out at me as an option, but maybe eventually. Campfire is 2x, so better than torches, right? So if you're, and then lava is 3x, and then lanterns is 1x, 100x for dark matter, and then fire itself is a 5x. So we should probably do fire if we can get netherrack. Is netherrack something I can easily get at this stage via some... So witch water plus lava in a stone barrel. And witch water is mycelium, right? More mycelium speeds up the process. A barrel with witch water will grow mushrooms on nearby mycelium. Witch water and lava can make a netherrack generator similar to cobblestone generator. Sweet. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. So we can definitely get netherrack soonish. But I think for now, probably our best bet is, was it a campfire? Is that right? My campfire is a 2x. Lava would be a 3x once we get it. So let's get a campfire. I think we can do most of what we need there. Gonna need more tree action happening here. I think I used most of my logs to make... Look, I have one of these now. Yeah, I used most of my logs to make charcoal. And then hopefully, once I have like proper cobblegen, we can start building out the platform and all that. Smart. So then that would be you, and then we can grab a pebble, and then you're good to go. And that's a campfire, and that seems cool to me. That. You know what's funny is I realized just now I don't actually have a pickaxe yet, do I? Kind of don't. Kind of don't have a pickaxe, do I? Should probably have one. Seems like the smart kind of thing to have, right? Got a diamond from that. Look at that luck, huh? What luck? All right, so then you can sit there, this on top, and then that cool? And you're making lava for me. Nice. So here's my thought. I have 2 options. I can wait for this lava to be produced, then use it to make like a pickaxe cobblestone generator style thing, right? Lava, water next to it, each other kind of deal. Or while I'm waiting for that to be produced, I can punch the dirt a little bit more, get myself a bunch more stuff. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Everything's going right into the dank. Awesome. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna punch the ground a bunch while I'm waiting for the lava. Get myself enough iron to make another bucket. Then I will scoop out the lava with an iron bucket and immediately use that to make the cobblegen. And once I have a tier 1 cobblegen, we'll have cobble for days, which you know is Dyer's favorite time. So we will be back in just a minute. I assume this doesn't have to be on my hotbar, by the way. We'll be back in just a minute to make that whole conversation a reality. So be right back. And we're sifting. And we're sifting. So cross your fingers, because I'm thinking I need like almost 3 whole pieces of iron. Like I'm probably going to need more than a stack's worth of gravel, but we'll see what we come up with. All right. Because so far I've been having bad RNG. We're only like, I think I've got 2 pieces of iron chunk in the chest, if I'm not mistaken. So that might be enough for like 2 iron by the time we're done here, and I'm going to need a 3rd. We'll see where we land, but so far RNG has not been kind to me. There we go. Pretty sure that's an iron on my hotbar there. Okay, so how do we do there? Not terrible. So 2 iron chunks, which turn into iron ores for the record. There's ways to like do things with them, but nothing that I have access to yet, I presume. Like the closest thing might be this, but that needs like an iron block in order to make that happen. So we're just gonna, yeah, cool. So again, back more of this action. Okay. All right. So statistically speaking, I should probably get 4 chunks of iron out of this stack of gravel that I'm sitting. So with any luck, we should be cool now. We'll find out, I guess, in just a moment. And then I have to look into like what the autosieve processing looks like, because you know we're going to want to set up like a whole shebang for that. Look at me out of inventory space. It's kind of a good sign, I guess, right? Maybe. Oh. How do we let it out? Actually, yeah, healthy amount of iron ore chunks. So I'll just grab 4 of them for now, because that's all I really need. Make my 3rd iron ingot. That's cool. We have 2 chests for this mess? Maybe? Okay. Classic Dyer. Hooray! Alright, so then I can get a bucket of lava and a bucket of water. The hot stuff. While I was sieving, I did throw another bunch of cobble in there, by the way, because it can hold 4 cobble at a time. So there's an extra bucket available for me, but that's cool. Doesn't matter though, because my next primary task is this dude. So, oh, we're going to need some glass. Not a problem. Easy peasy, right? Cool. And that should make my life way easier. Now, we'll need another lava and water bucket if I want to bump this dude up to tier 2 cobblegen. Shouldn't be a bad deal or hard at all, to be honest with you. Might even do it just to kind of like ensure some early speediness. Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible idea, right? Let's do it. It can't hurt, right? There's another quest completed. Bing, bang, boom. Huzzah. And then 3, 4. Like, I'm not going to do those, obviously. That's not necessary. But what we can do, I'm assuming functional storage is the drawers that we have here? Yes, sirree. That is correct. So functional storage is the drawer of... Oh, look at that. Chest goes directly to a drawer? Really? That's a recipe, right? Why would I do that one? Oh. Couldn't tell you. All right, so now in theory, I shouldn't really need you guys anymore. And these are nice to have, but we're probably going to wind up moving them in a bit. What I will do is set up you with the drawer above it. And boom, we have cobble for days. No more punching grounds. Thank you. You guys have no idea how much I do not enjoy punching the ground. It's fine if you only have to do a little bit. And I only have to do it a little bit, so I'm fine. But also, it's not my favorite thing to do. It's not the best. It's a thing that you have to do in a starter. It's okay though. It's okay though. So buckets can go away. What I'll probably do is grab a couple of you. That is beautiful. Let's get ourselves a sword. Just because I always like a sword in my first slot there. Like, that's just kind of a dire staple. My first slot is always a sword kind of deal. Beautiful. And how about a builder's wand? Yeah, that seems like a pretty cool idea, right? Nice little stone wand action going on. That'll allow me to build out the platform a lot easier now. And that's cool. One thing we will have to pay attention to, though, is... there we go. Looking good. We definitely have to pay attention to light levels. So is light level over there? It is. Cool. So far, so good. No major problems with light levels. But I will make sure to get myself a few torches, courtesy of some of this coal. That works for me, right? Overall, looking good. And then you can be put away because I don't need you at the moment, and that feels like a pretty solid starter. Now what I'll probably wind up doing... did you not have a... There you go. Cool. Alright, so I want to let that finish making another bucket for me, and then I'll probably move it and decide what our next course of action is here. So by way of quests, I think that was in tips and tricks. I got myself a building wand. Nice. Getting started wise, the next task would probably be towards need loot. Mystical agriculture is an easy way to get a ton of loot without even needing power. Go check it out. I think I will, but not quite yet. But soon, but not quite yet. Grass seeds are sieving dirt. Okay. And mycelium spores also sieving dirt. That seems like a smart move to me. We definitely want that. Because mycelium will give me access to witch water, which would be cool. We know that's another thing we're going to need for... Goodness, that was a lot of seeds. Holy cow, quest completed. Do I need like an entire chest for seeds? Like, goodness gracious. We are going to obviously need, like, you know... I actually got lucky there. I got grass seeds and mycelium seeds. Nice. Cool. And I don't need stone pebbles anymore. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these things out of here. And I'm going to boop, boop, right? And then just up-convert everything real quick. And then probably wind up voiding any you... Is that cool? Not that I have, like, a really structured system just yet for resources, but, like, hey, that's not bad, right? Yeah. I should really set up, like, a proper kind of branch-out system here, like, with the islands and all the, you know, like I usually do. And we'll use this thing as my center island. Like, that's kind of... Ooh, and I got potatoes? Love potatoes. Huge fan of potatoes. Great fuel source. Food source. Food is fuel. Okay. So the good news is we completed that quest. No rewards, but we still completed it. So we've got cobble for days, so that's cool. We can do, like, compressed this stuff, right? Now here's a question. Can I sieve compressed gravel? Can I sieve that? I can hammer it, but I can't sieve compressed. But I do have, like, you know, the multiple things going on. How about an auto sieve? Like, what's the mechanical sieve is what it's called from X Decorum? Okay. And I assume that that's going to require some kind of fuel source. Flux sieve, RF-powered automatic sieve. Sweet. That's cool. We'll take items from the internal inventory and place the outputs in inventory below. Upgrades can be added to increase the number of items processed at once. Neato. Okay. And you is a machine that when supplied with a mesh and forge energy will sift blocks without a player having to do it themselves. It all supports 3 different modes of redstone control. Since X Decorum does not provide a way to generate FE, you will need another mod to provide power. Fair enough. Okay. So, you know, we'll see. It doesn't look like they're expensive to get, but we're going to need, like, power gen before we can get that automated, which it looks like we are not far from, if we're paying attention here, right? Like, we're super not far from. But a witch water bucket would be cool to have at this point. So I think we should look into getting that. And maybe a magnet. A magnet would be nice. Simple magnet charm? Needs an ender pearl. That one, maybe not. Electromagnet from Ender.io, definitely a little bit more expensive. Yeah, Britannia magnet exists. Pickle Tweaks magnet also needs an ender pearl. I don't have ender pearls yet, unless there's like a sneaky cool way to make them, which I don't think there is. Yeah, not until I get the Philosopher's Stone, which again involves a mod I've never seen before, and Dragon's Breath, which I assume means Dragon Time, right? Like, and Dark Nether Star, yeah, like... Philosopher's Stone is not going to be an early... Like, this is not early game EMC pack. This is late game EMC. Not a big deal. Cool. So what should we go next? So there's a few things we can do. We could start a farm. And that leads to that chapter. We can make a stone barrel, which I feel like is probably a good course of action, right? Let's do that. And let's get that cooking. Is that cool? I don't see why not. And I think I want to start, like, expanding my stuff here, right? So I'm going to get rid of all that. What I do probably want to do is... I want to be careful about this, because that is a 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we probably don't want that. Okay, so what I'm going to do... See why I need a magnet? Literally nothing going into my inventory. Is my inventory full or something? Like, nothing went in there. That was comedy. Right, so light level overlay. Let's keep that on for the moment, right? And what I'm going to do is make sure that we have some semblance of, like, intelligence around this. What I might even do is snag these 2 water sources. Well, I'm going to snag this bucket of lava, because that's going to be cool. Okay. And let's like restructure our island a little bit, because I really want to have like intelligence around the design of the island, right? So this 9x9 included this line here. Okay, so let's get something here, and then should we do like a splattering of 9x9s? Would that be cool? At least to start. I like it. I'm gonna have you guys filled up here, just in case I accidentally, like, mess up my water or something. Which, it's me, so I wouldn't be surprised if I did. Okay. Let's get a platform going off of here. So I'm going to start on the center. I'm going to do, like, my standard 1, 2, 3. Is that sufficient? Or should I do 5? Is a 3-block bridge sufficient? I feel like it usually is for me. And if we could, like, somehow chunk align these, that would be cool. Because this is, like, centered-ish on the chunk. Not really. It's a 9x9. Yeah. So, like, if we have a 9x9, and then we have 6, that's 15, right? Because it's 3, and then 9, and then 3. So, like, there's no good way to kind of perfectly align everything to chunks. It would be cool if there was. The only way to do that, I think, would be to then, yeah, because then you need another 3 on that side, right? You know, technically you need 4. So yeah, I don't think that that's a good play. So we'll just not worry about chunk aligning too much right now. Is that fair? use stone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's get some more cobble to build with. And 8, and that should make a 9 by 9 for me, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. And that's kind of the pattern that we'll use for branching out. Now, once I get my gadgets, I can copy and paste that, and that would be cool. Technically, I have the ability to craft this now if I get myself some more iron, because I have a couple diamonds, some redstone. And what about charging? Is there charging gadgets in this pack? See, this is why I made charging gadgets, so you can easily charge stuff early game. But once I get RF power going, which shouldn't be too long from now, I think we'll be all right. Okay. So with that said, this could be like my storage island if I wanted it to be, and I could move some chests over there. Is carry-on in the back? Nope. If I wanted to, I could probably do cardboard boxes. But that's a whole process I don't feel like getting into. So we'll hold off on that. Cool. And then I could have like a sieving island. So like this could be like, you know, we could have sieving island over there. That all looks cool, right? I like it. Okay. So let's make this sieving island because I can move my resources later, right? So we can move our sieves over here. And this will basically be like resource generation island, if you will. So we'll start with our sieves like centered, but then eventually I'll probably expand these, and I might even like expand the island that way a little bit so that it's not stays 9 by 9, but we'll see. And then in here, how about we like turn this into our hey, bruh, dude, please stop. What are you doing? That's not how this is usually supposed to work. It's supposed to be placing underneath, right? Am I missing something here? The opposite of helping. Like it can absolutely do that. Isn't this Quark? Is this not Quark doing this whole like place underneath thing? I mean, I guess what I could do. Right? Like that's always an option. Cool. Okay, that works. And then maybe over on this side. Okay, then we can have our campfire. Though technically that could be a lava source, which is a little bit faster. Why don't I do that? Yeah, lava's faster than, and then eventually we'll turn that into, right? Because that'll be 3x multiplier. And I'll just 3 times faster, like, you know, 50% faster than the 2x that we get from a campfire. And then eventually we'll look towards like blaze mesh and that stuff. Is that cool? Okay. So now we've got water source, we've got lava source. If I wanted to, I could hopper into there. I'm just not quite there on iron just yet. We could get a few more sieves if we wanted to. What I might do, because it feels to me like we're going to be on sieving duty for a little bit. So let me get 5 more sieves. That's a number that I like. So close, yet so far. Five more sieves. And for that, we're going to need a bunch more mesh and flint, which we have actually a lot of flint, which is cool. And then those silkworms, which usually you can smelt into food, right? It's not great food, but it's food nonetheless. Okay. And then this silkworm, do your thing. Cool. Okay. And at some point I'll like branch this out. So I should probably clean this platform up because what we should have is a 1, 2, 3. So what I should be removing is you guys. Right? So it should be 1, 2, 3 off of there. So technically this. And then we don't need this no mores. Okay. And then it's 1, 2, 3. So it would be you 3. And we just make sure there's a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that can be another platform for another purpose, right? And then we'll make sure that there are... Woo! That was close. That was actually kind of close. That was probably a little foolish on my part, but that's okay. That's okay. Can I repair you, Crook? I can. Sweet. Right, he's just finishing up the last of his leaves. They actually spread really fast, which I like a lot. I love that they spread fast. That's super cool. All right, and that should get me lots of string, which I appreciate. It's more oak. I think I have an axe for anyway, so I might as well use it. Okay. Lots of string for a mesh. Is it 9? It is. So that's 4. So we're going to have to do that at least once more. I haven't really, like, properly done the chest thing just yet, but we're getting close, right? Okay, now while you spread, let's start planning out what's going to be over here. So I like the idea of a 4, because then, so like I have 8, so like if I get a stack of gravel, it's 8, it's like an even number, right? If I went higher, I'd go 16, and then 32, and then 64. That would be the eventual pattern that I would follow, okay? But then you can be upgraded to mesh, which is cool. And then once I get a little bit more string from you guys, then we should be in a good place, right? Sweet. That'll be neat. Okay, so now I can do that. Now in terms of the hammer, let's get that like uber hammer. Yes. Cool. So that's that. And we're going to want one more batch of you. Nine of these turns into that. Okay. Now I can mash and do compressed stuff. Ooh, efficiency 3. Like that. I don't know if I'm going to put that on my hammer. I think the intention is to put it on the hammer, but I don't know if that's for me per se. You know, I just don't. I don't know if that's where I'm going to be with it. Okay, efficiency 3. Mesh. Lint. String. You. And I'm feeling pretty good about this, right? So now you go away in there along with the dirt. I definitely need to like organize inventory a little bit. I'll figure out what to do with dank. I would love a backpack, but I haven't seen leather yet. Obviously, going to be a few minutes before I'm ready for that. Gravel is cool. So here's what I'm going to do. You ready? We're going to try out our new fancy hammer. After I make sure my inventory is mostly clean. Mostly clean. That feels pretty good. I will put you away for a minute, and good enough. Yes. Okay, so then what we're going to want is... Is that cool? And then you go away. If I'm not wrong, that should be 9. Is the K button thing here? Oh, it is. Shift K? Oh, yeah, nice. Shift K, hotkey, do thing. Okay. Now I can do this. And no potential spidering out of problems, right? And then you should be able to that. Right? No accidentally breaking house, right? And then boop. And it's gravel for days. Cool? And then we can come over here and sieve all our gravel. 8 at a time. Not too shabby. And if we don't like 8 at a time, if we feel like that's not enough, I could 100% do better if I wanted to, which I may at some point decide to do. What I will do is put a lot of this stuff away, because clearly I need lots more inventory space. What I'll probably do real quick is 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I'll sneak around here. Was saving this apple? Silkworm. Doesn't matter really where I put it. Cool. Nice. Okay. And then we can sieving, right? So I'm going to wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time and do a whole bunch more, obviously, in Skyblock type stuff, right? There's lots of cool, fun stuff to do in a Skyblock pack, as we all know. And that's where we're going to be at in just a few minutes. So like I said, for now, wrapping up point, Darryl20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Let me know in the comments if you're excited about this pack, because I am. And it's fun getting back to like a standard Skyblock pack for me. All right, for now, take it easy.